Ik say multiculturalism. Like it's new. Like it's something invented in a seminar room. Like it was born in a think tank. Between coffee breaks and policy drafts. But let me ask you something. Is diversity a theory? Or is it memory? Because in some places, it is written into law. And in other places, it is written into blood. Canada did something deliberate in 1971. They didn't just tolerate difference, they codified it, put it in legislation, made room in the architecture of the state. Multiculturalism became policy, not accident. They say different languages, different religions, different foods, festivals, fashions. They frame diversity as strategy, as economic engine, as demographic necessity, as national identity principle. In Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, you don't just see neighborhoods. You see negotiation, you see coexistence, you see a country saying, unity does not require uniformity. And that is not small. But then the world shifts across oceans. You hear tension in the air. In the United Kingdom, in Australia, in Germany, in France. Governments balancing numbers, integration, borders, belonging. The global economy depends on migration, but the global imagination sometimes fears it. And then America. America under Donald Trump leaned into a different vocabulary. America first. Travel bans, reduced refugee numbers, stronger enforcement, trade walls, border walls. Supporters said sovereignty, critics said exclusion, rhetoric sharpened. But here is the irony. America is already diverse. The debate was never about whether diversity exists. It was about who controls the narrative around it. So now we arrive at the real divide. One philosophy says, diversity is strength. Another says, cohesion must come first. One says immigration fuels growth. The other says immigration must be managed as risk. One embraces plural identities, the other reaches for a singular story. And no nation stands perfectly on one side. They all wobble between openness and anxiety. But now we turn to the West Indies, and the conversation changes. Because unlike Canada, the Caribbean did not legislate diversity. It was engineered. The United Kingdom, France, Spain, the Netherlands. They built plantation societies, displaced indigenous people, dragged Africans across the Atlantic. Then after emancipation, it brought indentured laborers from India to plant cane in Jamaica, Barbados, Haiti, Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, Suriname. Africa met India, Europe met Asia. Indigenous roots still breathing beneath it all. This was not cultural exchange, this was forced proximity. Interrelation was not optional, it was imposed. And yet, something happened. From enslavement came languages that blended. From exploitation came religions that fused. From hierarchy came rhythm. Calypso, reggae, chutney, temple next to church, mosque next to rum shop, roti next to saltfish, steelpan and mass. Diversity in the West Indies is not ideology. It is inheritance. It is structural. It is DNA. So when West Indians migrate to Canada, the Britain to New York, they navigate multicultural societies with a kind of fluency. Because plural identity is not foreign, it is familiar. Negotiation is muscle memory, adaptation is ancestral. Their nations were constructed through interdependence. So let us name it clearly. Canada represents multiculturalism as policy architecture. The West Indies represents multiculturalism as historical condition. The United States reflects the tension between demographic reality and nationalist rhetoric. And the question remains, is diversity a strategic advantage, a social challenge, or simply the unavoidable reality of modern nationhood? For West Indian societies and their diaspora, the answer is not theoretical. Through colonization and slavery, interrelations became structural. Diversity is not an experiment, it is the foundation. In a globalized 21st century economy, where innovation comes from intersection and culture moves faster than borders, that lived experience may not be weakness at all. It may be advantage. It may be preparation. It may be the future already rehearsed.